Congratulations and thank you for registering to host a PATnic, the Picnic with a Difference fundraising for pets as therapy. Now, this video has been designed to help enable you and your PATnic attendees to donate with ease. We're going to show you step by step how to create your very own fundraising page from the PATnic campaign page. The easiest way to begin is via a desktop or a laptop, or maybe even a tablet that has a stable internet connection. Now you can see here I have my web browser open, which is Chrome. You can use any web browser you wish. The first thing we need to do is to navigate to the Pets as Therapy homepage. This is the homepage, and the first thing I'm going to ask you to do is to navigate to the top right hand side and select the menu button. Underneath Support Pets as Therapy, we're going to select the option Celebrating 40 Years, Host a Fundraising PATnic. Now on this page, which gives all the details for the PATnics, there are a couple of interesting points to note. You have documents that you can download, which would be either the PATnics frequently asked questions or indeed the dog treat recipes for your PATnic. There's also some questions here that you can select drop downs to. And the one that interests us on this video is, how do I raise money at a PATnic? And it gives you the answer. And the most important point here is that there's a link in this text called PATnic campaign, which we can click on. And this will open up the PATnics campaign page on the Give As You Live site. Okay, so from this PATnic campaign page, this is ultimately where we can start our fundraising page. But before we do that, it's worth just noting that there's some general info here about PATnics. You can also scan down to the bottom of the page where you can see some other fundraisers and the PATnics that they've set up, why they've set them up, and of course how well they're doing against the target that they've set themselves. But let's come back up to the top here. So to set up our fundraising page, the first thing that we're going to do is select this Start Fundraising button in green. And from here, we have two options. If you are new to Give As You Live, i.e. you've never registered for an account, you can set one up with them, logging in via Facebook, with your Apple details, or by completing a form to give your name, email address, and password. But I have registered with them before, so I'm going to click on the Log In button here. Now, I'm a member, not a charity, and this is where you'd ultimately go to log in with your email address and password. And this is where our journey begins in setting up our fundraising page. So here we can give it a fun title, and it will give you the option to create a web address for this page. Simply click in there and it auto-populates and tells you if that address is available. Otherwise, you can edit it to something that's more memorable for you. Then we scan down and we enter the date of the PATnic. Now, my PATnic is only going to last one day, so I'm not going to select this button. And I do have a date, so I'm not going to select that button. Here you can enter a target for your fundraiser. You don't have to. You can select the button to say you don't want to show a target. But for fun, I'm going to enter an arbitrary value, and then we click on the button Next. So here you can see it's auto-populated the name of the page owner with my name. Here I can enter a story followed by a thank you message. And if I want to, I can upload an image. I'm not going to worry about the Strava activity. This is typically related to people that are doing activity-based fundraisers like marathons, cycling, climbing mountains, and so on and so forth. I don't have a video to share. I won't be live streaming, so I'm not going to enter anything there. But again, feel free if you do have that capability. And then I'll come down to these extra sections after I've completed the information above. Okay, so I've now entered the details for my story. I've entered details for a thank you message. I've selected one of the generic images to support my campaign. I've left this driver activity unticked. I'm not adding a video or live streaming. and gift aid settings. So this is basically for any UK taxpayer. If you would like us to be able to claim gift aid on any donations made through your page, please do select these. So my donors will not be receiving anything in return for their donation. They're coming along to have some fun. And the charity is not contributing to the cost of my fundraising, so I'm going to leave that ticked as no. I am happy for Pets as Therapy to receive my details, so they can contact me by email about fundraising or news linked to the charity. So I'm going to tick that as yes. And of course, here you have the Give As You Live Donate terms and conditions, privacy policy, and the fundraising regulators guidance notes. So as long as you're happy, you've read those, go ahead and tick the button next to that, and then we can create our page. So please select the green Create Page button. And here we're greeted with the congratulations, your page is ready. So now we've created our page, let's just have a little look around and see what functionality there is here for us to have as page owners. So the first thing we can check is our page name. We can check the event date, and then you've got the options of sharing the page with your friends. I'll come back to that in a second. We can also check the details that we've already added. So the story we've given as to why we're hosting a PATnic, and the thank you message that donors will receive once they've made a donation. Here you can view any updates to your page with the latest news about your fundraising. So you can add images, you can add updates to location and things like that. If you're interested, you can view more about the charity or indeed the campaign itself. And here you've got a lovely little graphic to show you your total raised versus your target, if of course you selected to have your target visible. If you have any changes you need to make to your page, whether that be you've noticed a typo, whether you want to change the event date, you can click here on Edit My Page. But let's just come back to how you're going to share this with your friends, family, colleagues, neighbours, whoever it may be. You've got a direct link straight to Facebook, but I'm going to click on this option, More Ways to Share. So here you can see all the options for different social media channels that you can click on. You can share the direct link to your fundraising page by clicking Copy Link. You can then add that to an email or into a distribution list at work, whatever it may be. Now I quite like this option here. You get a QR code, so you can either scan that from the screen, or you can even take a photo of that QR code, so that when you host your PATnic and anyone wants to make a donation there and then, you can show them that photo. They can scan the QR code from your photo with their smartphone, and they'll be able to make a donation direct to your fundraising page. And here you've got the option to just send an email straight away, and it will open up the standard email package on your computer. I hope you found this useful. I wish you all the very best of luck with your own PATnics. I hope you have great fun, and I'm looking forward to seeing as many wonderful stories and photos that come out of this as possible. Please do keep in touch with us and let us know when you're planning on hosting yours. It'd be great if you can share to social media, and make sure you use all of the link and hashtags within the pack that you'll receive from either the post or of course the digital version. I'm going to leave this now. Thank you so much for watching and listening.